This episode of the Fight Within podcast is presented to you by Meguiar's. For over 115 years, Meguiar's has been carefully creating and producing advanced formulas with cutting-edge chemistry to deliver a show car perfect appearance. Whether you're showing on the fairway, finalizing your car for auction, or simply getting your beloved car ready for a weekend drive, Meguiar's is ready to help with their premium car care products to make every automotive surface look its absolute best. Meguiar's, reflect your passion. Make sure to visit them at meguiars.com.
What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Fight Within podcast. Today's episode is probably going to be our final episode of the year.
Last one of the year.
So
2020, what is this year? 2021?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Gosh dang. I think it's 2021, but good riddance. Peace out.
Yeah, I'm extremely ready to go. The only thing I did want to touch on was, and I probably should have talked to you about this before we started recording, is just like what we are literally like busy. We're doing things after the podcast. And the only reason I want to bring it up, I had some friends and family being like, "Oh, so do you just like record and hang out all day?" I'm like, no.
Yeah,
like,
that's actually all we do. We record.
Yeah, I wish.
We sit in this dope studio. We actually have like masseuses come through and like make sure we're ready to go.
See how pretty our faces
right?
look? We got makeup artists. We're on it.
They didn't see us unloading heavy freaking tires and moving empty kegs around.
Well, like you have to go to work right after this.
Yeah.
I have to finish a freaking website, not just ours, a customer's website. Like, I have work to do. My wife still wants to go Christmas shopping. I'm like, babe, no. Like, we can't do anything. I got to get this done. And it's crazy to me that people really think, like, oh, yeah, well, now you have your own space. So, like, you made it.
Yeah, no.
It's not true at all.
It's great. Well, dude, we've talked about that so many times with my business, right? Or even business owners that we've had on, like, the perceptions of, oh, you've made it. Like, you know, I think I said it last week where the people, you're like, oh, your shops are always so busy. Like, it must be nice. And I'm like, yeah, it is nice, but that's not the reality. It doesn't matter if I have, you know, a line of crazy long people all day long when California's minimum wage is going to $15 in like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? It's it's those little things, but it's the perception. It's always, always, always perception. The grass is always greener.
I just don't know why they don't see it.
Well, because people haven't done it.
But there's like behind the scenes and Road to the Octagon and all these like special shows, and they don't see.
They see the instant gratification. And
it's insane to me.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
The one thing it's kind of jumping off topic, but same topic. It's so rad. Like, I don't care. Like, I haven't had anyone tell me, oh, like you guys have made it yet with the podcast wise.
Yeah.
But I've had, especially after our episode last week when it was just us talking and reflections and stuff like that, I had probably like 6-7 people physically like tell me, I really like that episode this week.
That's cool.
And I was like, dude, that's rad. Like, those are the people that actually said something to me in person, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's cool. You know, one of them went as far as saying like, it was really cool to hear you guys just kind of like talk real, like no fluff, any of this, just talk real. Explain what your guys' year looked like, and then even one of them was like, I would love to come on and like kind of do the same thing like with you guys.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that's dope.
Well, it's always been, and I've said it on previous episodes, for me, guest or not,
this is so good.
I know, I need it. It's early, guys. It's therapeutic for me when I get to either hear or talk about like things that are going on. Because I think a lot of times, and I've said it before, is I can get in my own head and start doubting things. And people really, really disregard the power of mental strength. Mm-hmm. Like my wife is doing something right now with, it's a faith-based, like, I think she's a neuroscientist, but she started talking a little bit about the power of the brain. And not like words of affirmation or anything like that. Not that they're not important, but just like the moment you decide, like you choose that I'm going to be successful in whatever, however you define that. I want to help people out. It's like we talked about last episode. If your intentions are pure, like I got really excited when I saw those numbers on your stuff. I was like, bro, this is insane.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how much like good you could do? And it's, I think just shifting the focus where it's not about money. You genuinely want to help someone. And I think that's what's cool. Like for the coffee shop, you've built community. Like I was just there getting coffee, and this dude walks in, and I guess he goes there every day. Your barista totally knew his name, started talking to him, was like, oh, I don't know if I saw you last week. I hope you have a good Christmas.
That's cool.
Another customer walked up. He freaking gave you guys like a box of something and was like, oh, this is for you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And that was just 2 interactions that I saw. And it's like without knowing it, or maybe you do know it, you're building a community. Like you're building a place where people want to come and hang out and be a part of. And the baristas are treating them good. It's insane to see. Like it's cool. Like when you say people talk to you about the podcast.
Yeah.
Like it's cool to know that, but you don't know what people that don't tell you in person. Like you don't know who's being impacted, who's listening, and it's really neat to be a part of this, and it's really cool to kind of see where it's
going
and where it's gone or where it's come from.
Which leads me to my next thing is like it also still surprises me at how many people that like I personally know still don't know that we have a podcast. Yeah. But at the same time, like I don't blast it out 24/7 in people's face. Like I'm not that type of person. It's honestly probably why it takes me longer to grow in businesses that I do versus other people. But that's something in 2022 that we for sure need to work on is actually like building awareness. I need to be a little bit more vocal about it. Not that I'm like, don't want to say anything. It's just I'm constantly like, I don't want my personal like social media to always be me pushing something, right?
Yeah.
Like the coffee shop,
That's
like the last few days,
terrible.
all I've done is post about all of Hidden House's new merch. That's all I've done.
But I think it's okay when you're excited about something.
Yeah,
too,
but that's my mentality is like I'm just not the type of person where I'm going to constantly put something in your face, you know?
Yeah.
The reason why I post like my boxing or jiu-jitsu or my kids is like the boxing and jiu-jitsu stuff is more to like people notice when I'm doing that stuff. So if I'm not posting about it, I'll literally get random messages from like buddies that are like, did you not train? I'm like, no, I did. I just didn't post about it. But it's cool because it's an accountability.
Too.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then obviously kids just to show that, you know, there's more to life than the businesses you do or the jobs that you have.
Well, then those friends and family that genuinely care, like it's cool to see updates, you know?
For sure.
Especially like people that live out of state or like my brother-in-law, they're out of state. So my wife is always like watching
on social media.
It's
I know
like,
Billy
that's
actually
so cool.
said that when I saw him last week. He's like, dude, the pictures of Cash, she looks so big. And I was like, that's the power of like social media. You know, he hasn't seen Cash in a few months or something like that, but he still is like involved in a way.
It's cool to you're still a part of. Like, you're still a part of something. So I mean, we have, like we said in the beginning of the show, we have to go work. We got to get stuff done. But we do have some exciting things in the works. I'm finally 95% done with the website,
and it looks good. He did a good job with it. I'm stoked.
Thank you. There's some merch that we'll be dropping.
Yeah, Dan, our designer. I don't know if I haven't even told you this because we haven't talked this morning. But they just had their second baby, which is really dope. I think they're like on day like 4 or 5 or something like that. Okay. But he said he's gonna send us over like a huge like deck of stuff that we can pick and work on. So we'll have that going. So hopefully a bunch of new merch for that. Manny pretty much wrapped up our website, which I'm super stoked on. We have some fun guests lined up already. Yeah. And not lined up. So if you're listening and you'd like to come on, like let us know.
Yeah. We're extremely open to having people on, and
it's not all about like if you're famous or you have some super successful crazy business. If you're just starting up, let's talk about it. Let's figure out maybe during this conversation we help you somehow, or you help us, who knows, or you help a listener. But 2022, we're hoping to kind of go to the next level with the podcast. It's so funny because I saw a meme like 2 days ago that said something about like, does every person have to have a podcast or something like that? And I started laughing to myself because I was like, it's so true. I know so many people that want to start a podcast, and there's nothing wrong with it because we're doing the same thing. Yeah. But it just made me laugh because I was like, dang, that is true. I know so many people that want to have a podcast, but who cares? If that's their platform, that's their outlet, let them have it. Stop freaking hating.
Yeah, just do it. It's like TV. Like when people see interviews or whatever, it's like turn the channel. If you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it. Yeah, you don't have to watch it.
One thing I am excited about for people, I mean, it's not going to affect you unless you actually are a guest that come on here or come visit us. We're doing more work to like our studio space. We're turning our front office into more of like an actual office with like a little lounge area. We're cleaning up our warehouse, which means we're going to have more space for us to be able to host and do things.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited about all that. So just a lot of fun stuff. And I think this is probably for sure the last one for 2021. So
yeah, we might do like a short little message
something
on your phone or something.
But honestly, just wanted to say thank you for people that have, like joined us or followed us or listened or shared us, or even had the courage to like say something to us in person. It's been awesome. Those little wins carry you for so long, at least for myself.
Yeah, 100%.
So keep doing that, please.
Yeah, no, we appreciate all of you guys. I mean, you're part of the reason why we've been able to get other sponsors. The growth of the podcast has given us the ability or the opportunities to at least talk to different sponsors and have people support us.
And shout out to our sponsors.
Yeah.
You know, like that's huge. McGuire's has been like our number one.
Yeah.
We're super thankful for that. Thankful for our relationships with them. Thankful for the people behind it, the company, everything. And then we have a couple new ones that we'll have up on the website soon.
Yep.
So just thank you.
Yeah. Thank you guys. We appreciate you. And remember that everything was... No, Ben, you do it. You do it.
Just remember that everything was impossible until we did it.
Dang. So, guys, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/The Fight Within Podcast. Find us on all audio platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, anywhere you guys like to listen to it. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for continuing to listen to it and watch it. We can see the growth on our analytics and just want to thank you guys for supporting us. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Kingdom Nutrition. Make sure you guys go and visit their site over at kingdomnutrition.com and enter promo code MFW10 to get 10% off your next purchase. Kingdom Nutrition carries the best sports supplements on the market. They manufacture and curate their own line of supplements with the highest quality ingredients, including a lean protein, weight gainer protein, pre-workout, BCAAs, and an array of other products. They've recently created the world's first vegan chickpea protein, and it tastes amazing. I'm a big dude. I like food, and I like chocolate. So when they told me it comes in chocolate and vanilla, I got really happy. But if you're a workout enthusiast and you want to change up your diet, change up your protein, go check out their vanilla chickpea protein. It mixes well with anything. It'll blend great with a smoothie. So to get your hands on any of these products, just make sure and go visit kingdomnutrition.com. Remember to enter promo code MFW10 and get 10% off your next purchase. Let's go.